Once upon a time, in a quiet little village nestled between green hills, lived a boy named Ayan. He was a curious child, always asking questions, always wondering how things worked, but people in the village often called him lazy, odd, or a dreamer. You see, Ayan didn't like farming like the others. Instead, he spent his time exploring the forest, collecting strange stones, or sitting by the old library reading forgotten books. One day, while walking near an abandoned part of the village, Ayan discovered an old chest, buried halfway in the ground. It was locked, dusty, and covered in cobwebs. He tried to open it, but the lock wouldn't budge. He looked around and found a small rusty key hanging from a nearby tree branch. Curious, he tried the key on the lock, and with a click, the chest opened. Inside, he found not gold, not treasure, but dozens of old notebooks filled with hand-drawn maps, experiments, and inventions. On the very top, a note read, "To the one who believes in wonder more than work, this is your treasure. Use it wisely." Ayan spent weeks studying those notebooks. They were written by someone like him, someone curious, someone who didn't fit the usual mold. Inspired, he started building small things, water filters, wooden tools, even a small windmill. At first, the villagers laughed. "There goes the dreamer again," they would say. But one summer, a terrible drought hit the village. The wells dried up and the crops began to die. People panicked. That's when Ayan quietly brought out one of his inventions, a simple water collector made from old bottles and tin sheets. It could pull moisture from the morning air and store clean water. At first, no one believed it would work. But when it did, they were stunned. Slowly, Ayan began helping others, fixing tools, improving irrigation, even teaching children how to build small things on their own. The boy they once called lazy had become the village's hope. Years later, someone asked Ayan what changed his life. He smiled and said, "A rusty key and a forgotten chest." But more than that, someone long ago believed that wonder had value. That made me believe it too. And so, the boy who was once doubted became the inventor who saved his village. All because he followed his curiosity, and someone, somewhere, once left behind a key, not just for a lock, but for a mind. Moral of the story: everyone has a hidden potential. Sometimes all it takes is the right key to unlock it. Never underestimate the power of curiosity, even if others don't see its worth.